Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Alex, and welcome to the Rodeo. We're back at it again,
Yes,
and I
sir.
have the one, the only consensus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
How you doing today?
Man, I'm good. How you doing?
Amazing, man. It's,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. So let's get straight to it, man.
Yes, sir.
Dude, it's been in the works. We're trying to set up this interview. How's how's everything going with with
Right.
life and 2020? How's everything been
Man,
for you?
man, everything. You know what? This been one of the toughest years, man. For everybody. For everybody.
Yeah.
But with that being said, it's been a lot good that came out of it too.
Perfect.
For me, man, it was just something different about this year.
Yeah.
That was different from the other years. I feel like I grew more as a person and I grew more as an artist, and I went through a situation
Yeah.
that propelled, worked on an EP, Detriment, and I really put my heart and soul into it. And the situation I went through, I was, furious at that time. For the most part, I'm pretty peaceful, laid back, but I had to, kind of like Denzel for training day. I had to go
Oh,
into a different mode,
yeah.
and
In that
but
moment.
in that moment, and it just felt good. I was like, you know what, this is it, and I think people can really
Yeah.
gravitate to this. Not only the music, but they could gravitate to me as a person.
That's what's up, man.
Yes, sir.
And like we were talking off camera, like the track "Don't."
Yeah.
I heard a lot of pain in there. I
Yes,
heard,
sir.
and that's the same time frame where whenever you were going through all that.
Right, right.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it. So don't it. It's crazy because I got my good friend and another artist in here with me by
Yeah.
the name of Ike. Y'all be sure to check him out because he's on the song with me. And so I was going through, ran across that beat, man. And just for the record, I write all my songs.
Okay.
I'm a songwriter. I harmonize. I do it all. It's all
Perfect.
done by me.
All you.
So I ran across the beat and I was like, man, I really like this beat. It was different. It had like a street vibe, but then it just had a good vibe too.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time when I write songs, I'm laying down in the bed, I'm on my back,
Yeah.
and I've been slept for a little bit, and I wake up and I just get that momentum going.
Okay.
So I ran across that beat and I was like, man, at first I was like, I don't know if this is my style. 'Cause my style, I try to do like hip hop and neo soul and mix
Okay.
it.
You'll
And
mix of both.
and it's slow, like it's more slow down. You can
Mm-hmm.
tell I'm from Texas. But this one was a little different. It was a little bit more sped up and it's a little bit more hard. So I stayed with it and man, out of nowhere, like I usually start mumbling and I was mumbling this chorus.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about the situation that I went through. And I was like, man, you know what? I hate when people act like you never did nothing. When you're together with people, they love you.
Yeah.
When you depart, they get amnesia, and
Forget about all the
they
good
forget about all
times.
the good things.
Everything.
No matter what, even if we depart, I always been the type like, I'm always gonna still remember the good times, even though we might not be eye to eye at that point. But I wrote this hook, man, and I was like, yo, at first I was like, I could really hear a girl singer on this. But then I
Yeah.
was like, I think I can get this. So I started, singing, tempering with it. And I texted my good friend and I said, yo, man, for some reason, I just feel it's on my spirit. I said, I can hear you on this song.
Oh.
And he was like, for real? He's like, send me the beat. I sent him the beat. He's like, yo, I could rock with that. Like, so truth be told, he wrote his verse.
Yeah.
I wrote we were separate, separate rooms. Like I'm at my house, he's at his house. It didn't take us too long, maybe like a day or two. And I told him, I don't even want you to hear the hook. Like the hook is crazy, man. I told him, I said, I don't want you to hear it. I want to surprise you when we go to the studio.
Dang.
We went to Grand Prairie because that's my engineer stays in Grand Prairie. And he's a good dude. Shout out to Dane, Grandma's House Studios for anybody that is interested in recording. He's a good dude. We went over there and I said, yo, Dame, he ain't even heard the hook. He was like, what, for real? I was like, yes. Like we was in a separate building.
Completely
You know what I'm
separate, yeah.
saying? So, man, we lay it down. I did my verse. Then he did his verse. And then Dame was like, y'all ready to do the hook? And we go through the hook and I come out after I'm done with it, and the look on his face, he's like, "Yo, this is crazy, man." Him and my engineer, he's like, "Yo, that."
This is a good one.
Well, how did you think of that shit? That was nice. That was
Wow.
nice, and it just came together. And we also got a video for it for the viewers out there. Just type in Consensus. That's CONSENSUS, featuring Ike, IK, the number 3, and you could just type in "Don't" and it'll pop up.
They could find this on YouTube, correct?
Yeah.
And they could stream the song also on any streaming services, or where can they find the song?
So right now they can go to SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Just go to SoundCloud, type in CON_SEN_SUS. I'm getting ready. I tried to get it on DistroKid. For some reason, they didn't bag me. I'm not exactly sure why. But I'm going to get the project also on Apple Music and Spotify. So just you guys bear
Just
with me.
wait on it.
Yeah,
It's in the process.
It's in the process, but definitely SoundCloud. They can definitely find it.
That's dope, man. That's crazy to think about. It seems like, it was just meant to be for you guys to do that song. It just like so. Everything, step by step, it was meant to be.
Yes,
so
sir.
Do you see it that way as well?
I do. He went through a similar situation. With a past relationship. And we talked about it, and he said, "Yeah, it reminds me of that situation." And when I heard his verse, man, I was just like, okay, I got a little mad. I was like, you didn't have to come that hard. Like
he said, hold up, man.
I said, the way he came in, man, I was just like, yo, he killed it, man. I was like, I fell in love. I was like, he knew exactly what to say. I was like, man,
that was perfect with it.
And here go to catch-22, or dilemma, however you want to call it. He is the only feature on Detriment. He's the only, and it was that particular song. Every other song, because I wanted to prove myself as an artist. Yeah, I believe when you put out a main project that you should be the main artist on it. You shouldn't have too many features. Yeah,
that way they could see your raw potential, your whole talent.
Right. Now this next one, I have an EP dropping pretty soon called Solitude. It's totally different from Detriment because I'm in a different space, different headspace, lifestyle. It's gonna have a couple more features. Ike will be featured on that as well. I have a singer named Alizé Blue, and another artist named King Aris. So some raw talent.
More features in the other project for sure.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be more, at least 3. It's gonna be 8 songs on this one as well, but at least 3 features.
Got you. And I really want to showcase the art, the music as well. So we talked about "Don't" and how it came about. Yeah. So can you present that for the people, and we'll listen to "Don't" from the project.
Absolutely. For those out
Detriment.
There. Yes, sir. To the world out there, my EP is called Detriment. My name is Consensus, and one of the main songs on the EP I want you guys to check out is called "Don't." So I'm gonna let my dude play it.
Yes, sir.
And I know you guys gonna like it.
This is "Don't." Consensus.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty.
It's amazing how much you can do for people. But the minute you depart from people, they act like you done nothing at all.
Right.
But it's important that we understand that we need no one validation. But when you speak the truth, just don't act like I didn't do nothing,
Look, I sacrificed my time, I put my life on the lines. I had to do what I did and even work 2 jobs. Yeah, I'm a good dad and you a good mom, but let you tell it, you was dating a bomb. I know I wasn't perfect, but I'm definitely worth it. And when push came to shove, I was scraping the surface. I gave you everything just to make sure you nurtured. Yeah, the feeling was good, but my pockets was hurting real bad. But I still made it through the storm. I even sacrificed my sleep with my daughter in my arms. I prayed to my God and he gave us a bond to forever be present, cause the job's not done. Yeah, so I stepped up and tried to help us. and even made it right when I messed up. You always quick to say I never blessed us. One thing I never did was ever left us.
Don't say I never didn't care. You can't say I never went there. And don't say I didn't stay prepared. You can't say I didn't play fair. Don't lie like that. Don't lie like that. Why you gotta lie like that?
Wow.
Cause she ain't gotta lie like that.
Instead of staying in a bad state, how good I've been to you. When everybody was offending you, I was always defending you. And in the midst of every storm, I made you feel safe. I was the man who put up with your mouth when it ran like it was field day. And the moments I didn't like you, I still decided to love you. So don't sit there and tell me that I thought I was above you. Cause when you fell to the bottom, I tried to pick you up again. I was down with you because I knew what you were up against. I tried to help, but you wanted to be the only star player. And team players are overlooked because the hard players, it sucks. Cause good people know their hearts can make them seen as fools. But at the same time, they know where they're being used. So it's a dilemma. Is it worth the fight or is it worth my life? It's not cockiness at this point. It's just knowing your worth in life. I gave you everything I had and got nothing in return. You took me for granted and now you're jumping with concern. But I'm gone.
Don't say I never didn't care. You can't say I never went there. And don't say I didn't stay prepared. You can't say I didn't play fair. Don't lie like that. Don't lie like that. Why you gotta lie like that? Cause she ain't gotta lie like that. Yeah, 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 yeah. Why you gotta lie like that? Cause she ain't gotta lie like that. Yeah, yeah,
That's a dope beat right there, man. That's a dope beat right there. So that was Don't Consensus featuring Ike. So let me know about the project. How did it all come about? You know, you talked about how you were in, you know, that situation and in that sense, but you know, did you say, you know, I want to make a project, or was there a song that came out and then, you know, the whole process started?
Right.
Let me know.
That's an excellent question. Excellent question. So, man,
Detriment, correct?
Yeah, Detriment. For those who don't know what detriment means, it basically means self-damage caused to you.
Self-damage
that you've experienced. So how it came about, everything happened so fast, man. I have a ex-fiance.
Yeah.
And you know, we was together. We weren't even together that long. I have a child by her and everything.
Really?
Everything happened so fast, man.
It sounds like you said, child, we weren't together that fast, but I already have a kid.
Yeah.
Hold up, man.
It's crazy, man. It all. So we went through some trials and tribulations. Like, we had some good times, just like everybody else. But, you know, things got a little ugly between me and her family, and then, you know, we departed from them, and then things started to get a little ugly between me and her. And you know, you start finding out sometimes you're different from certain people, and then, you know, certain people, it might be just certain things you don't like a controlling behavior, or, you know, this or that. But I did some things too. I'm not gonna put it all on her. I said some things I probably shouldn't have in the moment. You know, frustration.
Yeah, anger really releases these types of emotions that sometimes you say stuff that you don't really mean.
Exactly. And so it got, like I said, it got really ugly, and to the point where I was like, you know what, I can't take it no more. I'm getting ready to go stay with somebody else.
Yeah.
And this and that. So I had went to work, and I came back home in the morning, and like, her and my child was gone.
Dang.
She felt threatened, and, you know, So I don't want to just speak on that situation too much, but just kind of giving people an idea of
the surface of
how
why
this came about.
Yeah.
So she departed. I didn't see my child for like a month.
How did that feel?
Man, that felt terrible because I love my daughter so much. Not only just because she looks like me, but she gives me so much more, like so much strength. Even when I want to give up, she keeps me going. Damn. She makes me smile. She makes me happy. She's a gift from God. I thank God for her every day. So it was some sleepless nights, quite a bit of sleepless nights. Just I didn't know what to do, man. I was like, man, I just pray I could see her again.
Yeah.
So then one thing led to another. We ended up. I got a knock at the door. She ended up getting a protective order on me.
What the?
And so this officer came, and I'm just like, man, wow. And it was just a bunch of statements that she said, and some things was true, not in a physical form, but like verbal form.
Yeah.
But then some things was fabricated,
a little exaggerated right there, a little too much right there.
Yeah, I was just like, wow. So I'm just like,
man.
Okay, well, I gotta prepare to go to court.
Yeah.
And then I got a call maybe the next day from the child support people. So I was just like, man, damn, like everything is hitting me all at once. So I ran across this beat, and it was had such a nice vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I was just vibing to it, and then I was going over the hook, and I was like, I don't give a damn no more, because that's how I felt. And that song really just I expressed a lot of emotions. I told a lot of my stories. Matter of fact, it's the intro on Detriment. It's the first song.
The emotions, just you hear that.
It did, man. And I went and laid it down, and I said, you know what, I gotta follow up from this song. It was just that good to me, and it set the tone for the name Detriment. And then I said, you know what, I want to name every song with a D. And I had this concept, because what I learned from that situation is there's power in the D. So that's why I did it that way. And for those folks out there, young, middle age, older, whatever, man, you need to know that there is power in the D, literally. So that's one valuable lesson I learned, man. You have to be careful who you have kids with. I don't regret my daughter, but just for the people out there, just giving game, really make sure you know somebody, take the right steps.
Because that's a big move. That's a big situation. You guys came together to literally create life.
Right.
That's a big situation. So like you said, you're not saying you regret having your daughter. It's just teaching people, like, make sure think twice before you get into this situation, because it doesn't always play out like you want it.
Absolutely, man.
That's crazy to think about, the whole concept. And lots of people, that could easily break a lot of people. So for you to actually come out from it and create a product and art from it, it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of strength.
Yes, sir.
So let's take it back a little bit, because the situations is getting tough out here for sure.
Right.
So let's take it back a little bit. What type of how was your upbringing? Where are you from?
Good question, man. So I was born in Mexia, Texas. That's spelled Mexia, and it's a small town.
I was about to say, I've never heard of that.
Oh, you never heard of it? It's down south, kind of close to Waco, Corsicana.
Oh, okay.
God makes no mistakes, man. I'm actually glad that I was born and raised there for a little bit.
Okay.
I left there when I was 8. And I'm 27 now, so I've been in the city. Now I stay in Fort Worth for the viewers.
Yeah,
I stay in Fort Worth now, so I've been in Fort Worth for a good little minute. But I'm glad I had that 8-year span in Mexia, because small towns, they really teach you the true meaning of life.
Yeah.
You don't really have a lot, so it harnesses you. It makes you humble, and you have just more hospitality.
That's true.
And your perspective on situations and your perspective on life is different. See, sometimes when you're born and raised in the city, that could be a good or it could be a bad thing, because sometimes you may be spoiled.
Yeah.
Everything given to you, because it's so many opportunities in the city. See, I love it because there was not that many opportunities in Mejia.
Yeah.
So
Small little town.
right? So
sure.
it makes you go harder when you get to those opportunities in the city.
I 100% agree with that because, you know, even I could relate to that because I grew up in Mexico, you know, from age, you know, whenever I was born till 4 in Mexico. Then I came to the U.S.
Okay.
From 4 to 6, I was here in the U.S. And then I went back from 6 to 8 in Mexico. I was literally back and forth.
Oh, wow.
But like you said, I'm literally from a town of everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, is just, you know, the main source of income is farming. You know, it's a small little town.
Right.
And like you said, whenever you have those opportunities in front of you, like whenever I came here to Dallas and I had those opportunities, man, I took them no hesitation, you know, 100% ambition at 1,000 because I know the situation of where I was and where I could be.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So I could 100% relate to what you're saying for sure. What type of a kid were you growing up?
Yeah, truth be told, man, I was a bad kid.
Really?
I was bad.
Let me know.
But you know, I was that bad to where like I'm bad. Don't get me wrong, but like everybody's still knocking at my mom no door, like, "Where's Jamal?" You know,
okay.
Or they have a nickname. They call me Molly Mall. My real name Jamal.
Yeah.
But people growing
Molly
up,
Mall.
they call me Molly Mall, and they said, "Where's Molly Mall? Can we get him?" And
Yeah.
I just had such a contagious personality that they just love because I used to dance a lot. I was
Dope.
I was just a different type of kid. Like
Just a great vibe.
great vibe. I got videos of me like I was a character, and you know, even still to this day, you know, your childhood is a mirror of what you're gonna be in your adulthood.
Yeah.
So
Big mirror right there.
I got into a lot. Like I have for the people out there. So my parents I've had the pleasure of having both parents in my life. It's a blessing, man.
Amazing.
They've been married for 33 years, and I have 2 older brothers.
Yeah.
So my brothers now, they had got a whooping from my dad, from my mom, just like I did. They never had got a whooping from my granny. I was so bad that even I got multiple whoopings from my granny.
Wow.
So
Everybody was taking turns, man.
yeah, like everybody pretty much gave me a whooping, man. But they still loved me. They loved to be around. I had such a huge imagination as a kid. I played with toys probably till I was 13. Truth be told, I loved Legos, blocks. I like to build things because even like if I have a goal, I build on that goal. I'm such a visionary. I visualize and I make it happen.
It sounds like your creativity was always there for sure. You know, lots of people, not lots of people, lots of kids, they lose that at a certain point, especially with this generation. It seems like they're always just on tablets or phones. But like to literally just take a basic little toy and literally create a whole world or a whole concept, you know, it's amazing to think about. So the creativity for sure. Dang, so a bad kid, but people still loved you.
Yeah. That's the best way I can explain it, man.
That's what's up. So you grew up there, then you moved to Fort Worth, right?
Right.
What was the difference in life growing up, you know, in the small town compared to Fort Worth?
That was a huge difference, man. You pretty much knew everybody in the small town.
Yeah.
And you knew who to trust.
Yeah.
You know. So when you get to the city, there's more people. And the trust factor lessons. You know, like you really like, man, I don't know if I can trust this person, person. The main difference from the city and the town is the speed.
Yeah.
In the city, things move so fast. You have to make quick decisions. And also in the city, it's a lot more restrictions.
Yeah.
Like when we was kids, an 18-wheeler came through the neighborhood and it was nothing to us. Like I'm talking an 18-wheeler with the truck. The whole thing. You know what I mean? If you see that in the city, you're going to be like, what the hell?
What's going on here?
Like, what's going on? They can't even park big trucks in the yard in the city. That's how restricted it is. But see, when you go back to the town, it's a lot more that you can do in the town that you can't do in the city. But even
That's
with
true.
that being said, like I said, there are way more opportunities in the city, and there's way more people, and there's way more jobs. So it's more. The town is more convenient,
Hmm.
but the city is more to me of a blessing of
Mm.
where you need to be. The town is a limited time. It really won't get you nowhere.
Yeah.
If you're trying to go somewhere, and I'm not dissing anybody who
Oh no,
stays in
yeah.
the town, but to me, a town is kind of like playing it safe.
Yeah.
In the city, you really find out who you are and what you're about, and you have because you have to link up with people. You have to step out.
Networking is key in the city
It
for
is.
sure.
You have to step out your comfort zone. You got to do some things. You got to disturb your peace a little bit, and people gonna do that. So it's a lot more faster. When I moved to the city, I had to adjust quick, man. And I'm gonna tell you, man,
Yeah.
I was getting into fights in my town, and I had never lost. You know, I was.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I always knew how to fight.
Had them hands.
Yeah, I had
Had them hands on you. Okay.
But when I got to the city, man, I said, okay,
They're testing you.
yeah, these cats, you run into people who are bigger. You run into, like I say, it's more people, so you might run into somebody who's in a gang. So you have to take more caution. I've only had one fight in the city, and that was back in high school, and I was like maybe 16. I haven't fought since then. I'm not really a fighter. you
I was about to say, from talking to you, I don't think you're. Whenever you told me you were a bad kid, I was like, wait, hold up. I expected a good little kid, always just
Yeah,
having fun,
man.
this and that.
I wanted to be such a good kid. I have to be honest, man.
Yeah.
I got into everything. I would just, because I was always so curious. And even still to this day, I'm very curious, but I control my curiosity better now, of course.
Got
know.
you. That's what's up, man. That's good to hear, though. But like you said, I like that description of how you said, in the city, the trust factor does go down. There's a lot of snakes out here.
Yeah.
It's a lot. So you got to know how to maneuver through it. And like you said, the speed is 2 times, even 3 times faster than the country,
Yeah.
So if you make it in the city, you should be able to make it anywhere, honestly.
Absolutely.
If you're able to build that network and build those bridges and,
Yeah.
open the doors that they have for you, you should be able to make it for sure.
Right.
So let's talk about the music. Whenever you were growing up, who were the influences that you had musically?
Musically, okay. As a kid, from the time I was a kid, I fell in love with music.
Yeah.
Man, I was in my mom's womb listening to music. As a kid, I fell in love with Michael Jackson hard.
Oh yeah, I love Michael Jackson, dude.
To me, he's the greatest musician to ever do it.
He was the whole package.
The whole package. I think the best group is the Beatles, in my opinion. But it was 4 of them.
Yeah.
It was one man show with Mike. I know he started out in Jackson 5, but when he branched out on his own, man, he was such a monster. So Michael Jackson for me. And then when I got older, maybe teenage years, I fell in love with Kanye West, man. And I see you got
Yes, sir.
College Dropout. That's one of my favorite albums. I'm heavily influenced. I don't try to be like Kanye. I don't try to sound like him, but you might hear a little bit of Kanye West in my music.
The influence is there for sure.
Yeah, I'm the hugest Kanye fan. He's a genius, man. One of the best to do it.
That's true.
So it would be Michael, Kanye, Erykah Badu. I love Erykah Badu. She's phenomenal. Am I missing somebody?
That's a good list by there. But
Yeah,
who else you got or what?
I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z is dope.
I had to actually go back to Jay-Z because whenever I at first I started listening to Jay-Z, I was like, oh yeah, he's cool.
Right.
And then I got older and I started listening to like what he was saying, and I'm like, damn, bro, this boy right here is slick, dude. He's so
man.
slick with his pen. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, bro, he's spitting. You gotta catch it. Like, there's double meanings to some of the things he says. It's like, whoa, bro.
Yeah, man, it's scary how good he is.
Yeah.
So
It flew through my head the first time I started listening to him, but like, I really had to go back for sure.
Yeah, I would say them, and if I
Yeah,
could
that's a
throw
good list.
maybe another singer just to throw in there, two more singers, Marvin Gaye,
Okay.
and Jill Scott.
Wow.
So And Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, they bring out the neo soul in me. I like Lauryn Hill too, but she had one album.
Yeah.
So it was one great album, but artist wise, Erykah Badu and Jill, their soul,
That soul.
I love it, man. I fell in love with neo soul and Music Soul Child too. He's another one. They brought that out in me, and then Jay-Z, Kanye, and people like Biggie Smalls bring out the hip hop side of me.
I like that. I like that good mix. That's a good mix to have for sure. So whenever you started making music, how did people take it at first? You know, whenever you started, from family, from friends, you know, what's your talk to me about that?
Man, I love that question. That one rang a bell, because truth be told, man, I'm gonna be all the way completely honest.
Yeah.
When I said my middle brothers, shout out to my both of my brothers, shout out to them. They always believed in me from day one. They saw the talent. You know, I used to just randomly freestyle. Yeah. I couldn't sing for nothing at this time, but I was just rapping.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to get my singing voice. Probably I didn't get that till I was probably like 21, to be honest.
You were just rapping.
Yeah, I was just rapping. I used to go by Young Mal. My oldest brother gave me the name Consensus. Okay. And how he came about, he was watching Sports Center and Kirk Herbstreit, who does
the college.
He said Florida has the consensus over this team, and then he said, "Yo, I got a name for you," and I was like, "What is it?" He said, "Consensus." I said,
"What?" I
went in the mirror. I said, "That's me." So they believed in me.
It's crazy. It came from ESPN, bro.
Yes.
I would have never guessed that. I would have never. I thought it was like something completely different. That's dope. But in the moment, that was like, you're like, bro.
I knew it was confirmation from God. My parents, I'm gonna be honest, bro. So at 13, I started, getting heavily into it, writing, and I was cussing a little bit, and I used to get my ass whooped by my mom. Like my mom would literally beat me. Yeah. Cause she didn't at that time, she thought I was too young, and
what you were talking about.
And a lot was happening to rappers, some get shot, this and that, or what they say, like bitches and hoes. Excuse my French, but
I get you.
So I would have to hide it, but you know what? After a while, she was like, I keep whooping him, and he won't stop. He won't stop. So eventually, she like, maybe this is God telling me that he has a way with words. He just has to learn how to construct them. Yeah. But the talent is there. So
just needs the guidance of the right path.
Okay. Right. But I never felt like, I'm gonna be honest, and I love my parents, and I know they love me. But I never felt like I had their full support. I felt for my brothers. And even from my family, we had I had a cousin who done music before me. Shout out to him. They supported him heavily. When they found out I did it, nobody really bagged me. So people like, and then even now, the way I speak, everybody's like, you speak so eloquent. And some people say you speak proper or whatever. So like, they be like, nah, you can't be no music artist. They like, nah, he don't do music. They write me off. And and it's fine. I know in this lifetime you have haters. You have some people who just, don't believe you, but you have to believe in yourself, and you have to keep going. And, I might not have the gangster look, I'm not a gangster. I just keep it real. I just keep it real to who I am in my music. So I know some people like, trap music, some people like hardcore. And if that's what you like, it's plenty of artists for that. But that's not me.
You're going to live your truth.
I'm going to live my truth. Mine is more pertaining to my lifestyle and who I am. So now people they're on board better. And even my parents, they're starting to come around. But definitely my brothers, they've been believers from the start.
Damn, that's what's up, man. It's crazy. Like you were talking about how they supported your cousin more than you. Man. That's crazy. That's a crazy feeling to have, honestly. Like, bro, like for real. So pretty much you dropped Detriment 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
What can we expect from Consensus moving forward? What are you working on?
Thank you. That's a good question. You can expect. I got my next EP called Solitude, and
Solitude.
I'm in a different headspace on this one. The reason why I called it Solitude, because at some point in life you have to understand that you're going to be alone. And you have to be okay with being alone. Some people not okay with being alone.
I was about to say, I would say probably like 60-70% of people hate being alone.
Yes.
And it's something that you, like you said, you have to master. You have to have that abundance to overcome that. And literally, and it's crazy because I learned this at a young age. You know, I'm 24 right now, but I learned this like at 20. And I'm like, man, you know, sometimes my best work is just me tunnel vision, 100% focus in my craft. So that's a great concept to have and to put forward and show to.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be 8 songs on it.
Okay.
If you guys, for those who listen to Detriment, whether you saw the video or whatever, if you liked it, the song with me and the artist Ike, he's gonna be on Solitude as well, and I believe he's gonna be on 2 on Solitude, and it is fire. And let me tell you something. I'm one of those people. And I'm not trying to be nasty, but this is me.
Talk your shit.
Musically, sexually, whatever. I'm one of them people that I get better as I go. I don't get worse. Some people, they put out a classic body of work, or sexually speaking, they put it down the first time, and then they start lacking.
Okay.
I get better. I grow. So I'm not trying to be cocky, arrogant, or nothing, but I am confident, and I'm telling you. You guys are gonna like Solitude better than Detriment, and that says a lot because Detriment was pretty strong. Yeah, it's pretty strong. But Solitude is gonna be nice. It's more it's a little bit more riding music, a little bit more vibing music.
Like you said, you're in a different headspace now that from Detriment for sure.
Yeah, things are better between me and my child's mother. Shout out to her. That's where I was at on Detriment. She's phenomenal. She's a great mother. I don't take anything away from her. We get along just fine now. We co-parent just good, you know. So everything is
great
good.
To hear, man.
So
because kids, you know, especially your kids not being able to see them.
Yeah,
that's tough, man. That's tough.
Right. So yeah, man. I'm sorry about that.
You good?
But Solitude. Be on the lookout for that. And that's dope. That is expected to drop at least by January 2021.
Got you. So you know that's gonna be available. Any streaming services, or what are you working on?
That one's going to be available on all platforms. Okay, perfect. Apple Music, Spotify.
So just wait on it. Stay tuned for it.
Stay tuned for it. Got a video coming. It's going to be 2 videos. It's going to be one for a song called Slow Sipping, and you can listen to Slow Sipping on SoundCloud. I have it on my SoundCloud. It's going to be one for Slow Sipping, and there's going to be another video for Higher featuring Ike, and that one is going to be crazy.
That's
for all the people who like to, you know, get it in from time to time. When you hear the song, you know what I mean.
That's dope. And so I want to talk a little bit about the whole situation here in 2020, the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Were you affected creatively by this whole Rona situation? Because there were some artists like, you know, we saw they were working this and that, and then pandemic happened, lockdown happened. They just went, you know, disappeared.
Right.
So,
creatively, no, I was not affected.
Perfect.
Circumstance-wise, I was affected because I ran into this lady, and she books shows. Yeah. She gets you paid, and I'm talking, man, maybe like $4,500 a show.
Wow.
You know, like she had it booked. She
had the connections, had everything working.
And then Corona came, and now so they're not allowing people to perform.
Yeah.
So it's a little tough. So right now as artists, unless you're like mainstream big, if you're locally or even midway in the game, right now the best you can do is just, you know, record and give people something to listen to as we're in this quarantine, to help them get through it. Because
concert wise, man,
as far as I know, if you're looking to perform, it's not happening right now. So you just have to, but you can make money from your music. There's a platform called CD Baby. You sign up for it, and you pay. You could pay maybe $99 to get it started.
Okay.
And what happens is every time somebody tunes in, you're getting paid. and it goes straight. You give them your banking information.
Goes
straight to your account. So
That's dope.
it could be. It don't even have to be the whole body of work. Just every
Yeah.
time they tune in, man, and it could be that same person, and they're just
Checking your stuff out.
So you get paid that way. So for anybody out there who's looking for a way to get paid musically, CD Baby, I highly recommend. And then of course there's some other ways. Just get with somebody like a promoter.
Yeah.
Booking manager, of course, and you get paid. But like I said, right now performing that's not happening because these cases.
Have you done concerts already?
I did one show so far, and it was good. It was good. I'm looking to do a lot more though, man. I'm ready to just
Feed off the energy from the people.
Yeah, man. I'm ready to give it to them.
Yeah.
Interact. Musically and just interact with them personally,
Exactly.
I really want to let people know who I am and what I stand for.
That's dope. And if you could perform any places in the world, top 3 places anywhere in the world where you would perform, what would you say would be?
Off the top, I know one of them would be the Madison Square Garden.
Oh man, that right there, legendary right there.
Yeah, if you get there, you are humongous. Kevin Hart, he did plenty of stand-ups, but he said when he made it to the Madison Square Garden, he felt like he made it.
It was a different feeling.
It's a different feeling, man. It's
There's levels to this shit.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
that right there.
And I believe I will get there. I will get
Yeah.
there with the right approach, the right people, the right attitude, right mindset, and the right music.
I like that. So Madison Square Garden and 2 other spots anywhere in the world, city-wise. Where would you love to perform at?
Okay, the South by Southwest
Okay.
is another place.
Man, that's somewhere I was going to go, bro, to interact with all these artists. I'm like,
Right.
golly, man.
Yeah, man.
This would have been the first year I went. This
Okay.
would have been. And it's like, Rona shut down everything.
Man, I'm telling you. And I would have to say, I'm going to name 2, kind of half in it.
You good?
Cowboys Stadium, because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
That would be big. And also Coachella.
Oh, man.
Coachella would be nice. Beyonce, I saw her show and it was phenomenal.
Coachella right there, man.
If I pray to God, man, I have a great feeling that something great is about to happen. So, it would be a dream come true to be there.
That's dope, man. It's crazy because, sometimes you never know that the winning project that you have is gonna be that one.
Yeah.
Lots of people you always hear them like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was gonna take off like that.
Right.
And it's good that you have that self-confidence already.
Yeah.
You have that 100% confidence in your music and your craft, because lots of people, that's what also that they miss, because once the spotlight hits them, they don't know how to react. They don't know, where do I go from here?
Right.
Like you said, sometimes they drop a great project and it's like they start have that determination that you're gonna make it.
Right.
Because whenever it does happen, you're ready.
Exactly.
That's what's up, man. What would you say were some of the lessons that you learned in this whole music industry up to this point?
Up to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I've learned, man, is first of all, rule number 1,
Yeah.
you have to believe in yourself. That's just what it is. If you don't believe in yourself, you might as well stop doing what you're doing. So that was the main thing that I learned up to this point doing music. Also, I've learned that you have to choose carefully who you work with. You can't just work with any and everybody, even though there might be people who are just as talented, if not more talented. You still have to make the smart moves, because it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's not just music. So that's what I learned. I learned, more about the business and not just focusing on the music. Because sometimes when you love something, you key in on what you love instead of keying in on what matters. So you always have to remember what matters and why you're doing it and why you're here. And that goes for anything, music, movies, whatever
Everything,
you believe
honestly.
in.
You got to know what the heck going on behind the
Exactly.
scenes, too.
Exactly, because love is good, but love can be fool's gold too. And
Those are some jams you're dropping right now,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Somebody listening and they're up and coming,
Right.
that's smart right there.
Right.
Because lots of people, they lose a lot of money they lose a lot of opportunities. You know, a
Right.
lot could happen because of the bad choices that were made and the
Exactly.
bad routes that were taken.
Exactly, and that's what it is. You the biggest thing that I learned is you have to understand what you love. You can't love something without understanding it. And let me elaborate on that. I have a daughter, right? I love my daughter to the death of me. But one day I'll have a wife, right?
Yeah.
And I'll love my wife, but I make love to my wife.
Mm.
I cannot make love to my daughter.
Okay.
I understand the love I have for my daughter
Yeah.
and the love I will have for my wife. You got to
like that
understand
analogy.
love has different variables. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's there's brother love, there's sister love, there's friend love. Everybody has a role. And the problem is some people just key in on I just want to love or I want to be loved. But you got to understand the love that you want to receive and the love that you want to give. So
That's dope, man. That's crazy how you put it, because you know lots of people they just put love they just put love in the whole concept
Right.
of love,
right.
not the whole brother love and friend love and your lover and stuff like that. That's cool to think about, honestly, because like I said, lots of people just put it all together. It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Absolutely, man.
That's crazy. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, that is a great question. So there's other things I want to get into.
I saw that you had actor on your bio.
Yeah, man. So I'm glad you did your research. In high school, it's a true story.
Yeah.
I took theater arts, and I was the top actor in my class. I had a full scholarship.
Wow.
I was hanging around the wrong people, and
no.
so like people like I would speak to my theater arts teacher, and she would say something bad, I'd be like, "Yes, ma'am." And these type of people I was hanging around, they'd be like, "Yes, ma'am."
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Like
I know exactly
what
what
like,
you're talking about.
like they looking at me weird, like you got manners, and I'm like, that's how I was raised, and that's just who I am. But I did I did my own material.
Yeah.
They wanted me to start, coming to shows. I did plays and stuff, but then they started taking away from my creativity, and I had to act within their roles. And I didn't really like that because I'm like mad creative. I have so many ideas. I'm like, man, it's a blessing. It's just some guy put in me. And I'm like, I'm not saying your way is not right. I would never just be like, my way is the only way. But I like to have a little say-so in it as well. Like, even if it's 50-50, hey, let me introduce an idea, you know what I'm saying? Even when I do a song with, artists like Ike or any other artist, they'll give an idea, but I also give an idea as well to make it the best possible idea. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I did not take advantage of that scholarship. So I chose music. But even with that being said, 5 years from now, I would love to. I want to dabble into acting. Matter of fact, I'm going to do some more acting in my videos. So it's going to be acting first, and then the song and the video come.
Yeah.
Especially on Solitude, this next project. So I want to really show people what I got, what I'm about, and I want to be on the side of Michael B. Jordan, Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. Some great actors, Leonardo DiCaprio. So that's where I see myself. I see myself on top of the music game in 5 years, like really on top. I see myself dominating in the acting roles, movies, and then also I see myself. I want to get into financial advising.
Okay.
So I'm trying to learn more about Forex and all those things. Even if it's Bitcoin, trying to learn how to do this stuff, because man, stocks and stuff in the market is where it's at.
Exactly.
So I would like to be some type of chairman in that, somebody high up in that in the next 5 years, man. I don't want to be where I'm at right now, and I'm not ungrateful.
Always humble and grateful, for sure.
But I want to be in another state. I want to be in a different house. My goal before I die, man. My favorite car is a Mercedes Benz.
Okay.
So I want to be in a Mercedes Benz.
Oh, yes, sir.
Within the next 5 years.
Make it happen.
Yes, sir. And I just want to be the voice for the people, man. Anyway, I want to be a cultural icon for the people, not just for Black, for all people. I'm for what's right. You know, I try not to be biased in any situation. I look at it situation for what it is and try to make the best judgment of it, you know.
That's good.
That's where I see myself.
That's dope, man. That's great to hear. Like you said, you know, you have all these goals, and then slowly you're gonna just chopping them down and knock those out. That's dope, man.
Yes, sir.
And it's crazy. Acting, I wish I could do that, because like acting for me, man, that would be tough. That would be tough for me. Like learning the script, learning all this.
Yeah.
That's why I like to do the podcast, because sometimes I could just, you know, a question off the top of my head, I'd be doing it.
You got it. You make it look effortless, man. I am very intrigued and impressed.
No, yeah, thanks, man. But that's dope that you have all those goals in mind, and you know, like you said, you want to get to it, and you're gonna slowly just build up on it.
Yes, sir.
And slowly knock out each one of those goals.
Right.
That's what's up, man. Best of luck with everything for sure.
Yeah.
So what would you say separates you from other artists? What do you bring to the table?
Okay. I don't think I'm better than anybody personally,
Okay.
but pertaining to my
That's a
craft,
good answer. Personally.
personally, we all God's children. We all got to leave one day. You know, It is what it is. But pertaining to my craft, my passion, I feel like I'm the best on how I do it.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm not just saying like bar for bar.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I'm just saying the way I do it. I feel like I'm the best in the way
You do it.
So what separates me is I can show aggression, but then I also have a soft touch. And if you listen to my music, you'll hear, like, I'll be like, you know, started from the bottom and then now I'm here, you know, and I'm just going like that, and then be like, but now everything is so good, you know, just switch it up, like it, yeah. You know, and it's a blessing. Like I said, it took me a while to get my singing voice, you know what I mean? But I kept working on it, because, man, I got old songs and I sound terrible, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you would be like, no way. But
you grow.
You grow. Growth. My good friend, another good friend of mine, King Aris, he always was able to sing. Man, that brother could just sing, man, and he has a nice delivery too. Yeah. So I was just like, man, you know. He told me, he said, man, just keep working on it, you know, it'll come to you. And I just kept doing it. And now I have it patterned down. I have it down packed. My sound, it's only I could do it. It's me. You know, you really don't hear anybody else in my music. So to me, that's what separates me, is the content, the consciousness, the melodies, the song structure. And it's just the vibe. It's some. I don't think you quite hear anything like it. I think it just got a different feeling. So,
That's dope.
You know.
I mean, like you said, you know, you take a lot of time and a lot of effort in your music. So of course, you know, you expect something great to come out from it. What are your thoughts on the Dallas music scene?
On the Dallas music scene, I think,
or Dallas Fort Worth, because you're also from Fort Worth.
Yeah. On the Metroplex, there's a lot of talented people. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I'm very impressed. I know a lot of talented people. My only problem is, because I'm an honest dude. My only problem is some of them are so creative, like, but they afraid to take it to the extreme on the song, like they wanna do it, but they like, man, people might think I'm weird for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like. You have to that's why when you ask me who was like some of my influences, the people that I named, like Michael Jackson,
they did their thing.
They took it to a whole new level. Like Michael Jackson, one thing I love about him, he showed you, you know what? And I don't diss any, if you're a gangster, you're a thug, whatever. But like, sometimes I be thinking in my head, like, man, that's kind of played out. Like we done seen it before. Like we done seen so much. Dude trying to be hard, pants down, thugging. We done seen that so much. Michael was something that you had never seen. He took it, only he could do it.
Yeah.
he took him, Prince, they took it to a whole nother level. Like, they wasn't afraid. They said, you know what? His from his dance moves to the glove to his Jerry curl, the way he looked, people probably thought he wasn't as masculine because, you know, gangster rap was in that time.
It started.
You know,
yeah.
you got gangster artists like Ice Cube and many others who respect the hell out of Michael Jackson. That's how powerful he was. So that's what I would tell these artists. Like I said, they're talented. I've heard some of them are lyrical as hell. Some of them can sing their butt off. Some of them can rap their tail off. Some have great songwriting skills. They are mad talented, man. But my only thing is, I would just say, man, don't be afraid. Even if you feel like people gonna laugh or they gonna think this is weird, take it to whatever limit you're at. Your mind is what we want to hear. Your creativity. It's like a movie director. Your visual is what we want to see. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when it's different, man. You know, you literally open the door for so many other people because you took that step and you opened that door for them. Like you said, some of my favorite artists are people who did completely different things.
Yeah.
Out of the norm, you know, everybody was pretty much, you know, in a constant same thing, stagnant. They came in, shook it up, you know, shook everything up, did it their own way, their own style, their own voice. You know, it wasn't like they followed the same safe guidelines that you have to follow as an artist. And like you said, it's something that I could see that for sure in the Dallas music scene. I could see that everybody just the typical trap gangster. And then, you know, whenever it comes to something different, lots of people do get that hate of, that's weird, bro. That's weirdo shit.
Absolutely. You know, trap music, I'm not dissing trap.
I love trap, you know.
I do. Because I love artists like Jeezy. He's one of my favorite. T.I.
I'm a Gucci fan, bro.
Gucci. Those trap artists, they're really good. So the thing about it, you can be a great trap artist. The problem is with some artists around here, they're just not that good at the trap. So it's like, to me, it's too easy to make a trap song.
Okay.
It's harder to make a conscious song or a song with meaning. So, because you really have to put your brain to use. So sometimes it could be like a cop out. You know, oh, this is pretty easy. Let me go ahead and make this trap song. But once again, let me, because I don't want nobody taking this the wrong way. I'm not dissing trap, and I'm not. If that's
and this is your personal opinion. It's not like, you know, it's set in stone rules. Exactly. This is what you see.
Exactly. If you do trap, more power to you. Just do it to the best of your ability. You know, you could still be creative in your trap.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about Jeezy, T.I., Gucci, man. They're creative.
Oh, man. They be working with almost anybody.
You get what I'm saying?
Jeezy, Mariah, freaking Gucci and Mariah. Like, you know, they were doing their thing. T.I. and with Robin Thicke, and, you know, they were doing their thing.
Exactly.
They're not scared to do those songs.
Exactly. And shout out to even Young Dolph, Moneybagg Yo, Lil Baby. You know, shout out to them. I see
Lil Baby taking over, man.
Yeah, man, they're trying to bring something new. You know, I don't listen to them all the time, but I do certain songs that I respect.
Exactly.
You know,
that's dope. That's something that, you know, I like to ask that question about the Dallas music scene to artists here. That's something different that artists says, because, you know, the answer that I do get a lot is that it's kind of cliquey. It's kind of, there's a lot of hate here.
Yeah.
But that's something different, like for sure, the whole stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping outside the box of the typical song structure. So that's what's up, man. And then before we head out, I want to showcase another song.
Sure.
What song do you want to show the people? So
the people out there, man, worldwide, the next song, man, once again, this is off the EP Detriment. Go on SoundCloud, type in Consensus. That's CON_SEN_SUS. And you will see it's a picture of me and my daughter. It's going to say Detriment. And this next song is called Decisions.
Consensus.
Yeah. It's all about decisions. That's the name of the game.
Life is all about it, what you know about it. Now that I'm getting older, I do know about it. Some people lost their life cause they didn't know about it. And if you living right, then you should know about it. Every decision that counts, it's like a business, it counts. I don't be spending it counts, cause I've been through plenty of droughts. I was just lost in the room, I had to pay on my dues. I made front page on the news, I was no different from dudes. Trying to just play it so cool, but I can play it so cool, cause I knew that I was wrong, and somehow still made it through. It's just some things you don't do, I did some things you don't do. I share my story with you, cause that's how you walk in your truth. Now I just speak in the booth, praying or speaking to you. It's been some people in life, now they just speaking through you. You gotta watch what you do, you gotta watch how you move. You gotta know what you want, cause you don't just make it to lose. Every day you wake, yeah, it's all about decisions. I ain't trying to play no games, cause I'm all about my business. You can play all you want, you can pray if you want, you can say what you want, but it's all about decisions. Every day you wake, yeah, it's all about decisions. I ain't trying to play no games, cause I'm all about my business. You can play all you want, you can pray if you want, you can say what you want, but it's all about decisions. Think back in your life one time, think back when you lost your mind. Just think where you would've been if you never would've lost your mind. It's some things that we do in spite, let people control our life. We need to take back our lives, our lives, our lives. So I'm really trying to get it, that's why now, man, I'm really trying to spit it. I'ma be the one to really make a difference, even if the world don't see my vision. They gon' be like, damn, dude really did it. They gon' be like, damn, look at consensus. They gon' be like, damn, many so different, and they don't care about no opinion, cause I don't care about your feelings. I only really care to make millions. Man, I got a child, that's my business. If you got kids, that's your healing. If you got a business, just keep building. If you got money, just keep reeling. I can't waste time on no nigga, I never waste time on these niggas, cause I've been grinding, I've been stacking. It was times that I was slacking. I look back like, damn, what happened? Now my mind is on my passion. I've been through it all, I've been through hell. I learned my lessons, I took my L. I lost some friends, but I found myself. Then I built my team, cause we all need help. Yup. Every day you wake, yeah, it's all about decisions. I ain't trying to play no games, cause I'm all about my business. You can play all you want, you can pray if you want, you can say what you want, but it's all about decisions. Every day you wake, yeah, it's all about decisions. I ain't trying to play no games, cause I'm all about my business. You can play all you want, you can pray if you want, you can say what you want, but it's all about decisions.
It is true.
Oh, it is.
It's all about decisions out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
One decision could affect you 5 years from now.
Absolutely, absolutely,
All
man.
right, let's get it. All right, guys. So that was Decisions by Consensus from the EP.
Yes, sir.
Detriment.
Yes, sir.
Dang, man. I was listening to it, and pretty much at the end, like I said, you were talking about decisions. Man, these decisions you make out here could affect you for a year from now, 5 years from now, from a lifetime, you know?
Absolutely,
So you
man.
got to be smart with it for sure.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to ask you, recently Mo3 got shot. Mo3 got shot, rest in peace. Dallas legend for sure. Seeing that, does it affect the way you move or the way that you interact with people? Or, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, first of all, man, I want to send my prayers and condolences to his family. My middle brother, he texted me, and I was shocked, man. Like I didn't see that coming. Shout out to Mo3 for all that he did, man.
He was doing his thing out here.
He was doing his thing. He was beloved in Dallas, man, and in other places. And I love, I think it's gangsta music, gangsta love. I think it's called Gangsta Love. That is my jam by him, and I love the song with him and Boosie, Everybody.
Oh yeah,
that speaks volumes. Like, man, so after I found out it happened, it did make me like, you know what? I'm not gonna stop doing music or nothing, because unfortunately, we all have to leave one day. So, you know, even if it's not you getting shot or killed, it's gonna be in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, death is something you can't avoid.
You can't avoid it. We just pray that we can get 100.
Enjoy life.
You know what I'm
and,
saying?
you know,
Get at least 100 years on this earth. You know.
oh yeah,
So
that'll be amazing.
that'd be amazing. So, man, but it did make me like, man, you know, I gotta, you know, be careful where I go, who I go with, and be more cautious of my surroundings, because you know you could just be caught slipping at any given time,
like
man.
that.
And you know, you got to choose carefully, man, like who you trust and who you put your trust into.
That's true.
And then you got to think about the bigger picture, man. Like I said, I have a daughter now, so I don't even be thinking about fighting or getting into it with nobody. I have to be around for her. So I'm always thinking like, man, you know, even especially when I'm on the road, because I know it's been a lot of road rage deaths. People will shoot you through your window, man. So I let it be. If they cut me off, I'm saying something in the car.
You see the bigger picture.
Yeah, I'm not gonna honk my horn or nothing, because you just never know who you honking at or who that could be,
or what they're going through, and just trying to take it out in that situation.
So you gotta let it go, man. Choose your battles carefully. I'm not saying be a punk. I mean, if somebody lays a hand on you, you have the right to defend yourself, whether you win or lose. You know, you're just defending yourself. But sometimes you do have to walk away, man. You have to say, you know what, it ain't worth it. People, and let me tell you something, words are just words, man. It ain't no different from when he played my songs. And, you know, you're seeing me right now in the moment. So that's how you know words are just words, man. So it just taught me even more to, you know, avoid confrontation, man.
Yeah.
You know, because and I'm going to be honest, man, we live in a time now where, you know, when I was coming up, you know, we would knuckle up, you know, these kids today, man, they
strapped up.
Everybody got a gun. Everybody got a gun, man. And you know, especially in Texas, they brag. It's like
everybody shows off the guns.
You know what I mean? Like,
I got a 30 clip on this.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't look to fight nobody. And I'm gonna say this for the people out there: if anybody is looking to fight me, please don't. I don't want to fight. I want to live, man.
Yeah, you're living life, man. You see the bigger picture, like you said. You got your daughter now.
Yeah, man.
You're not living just you selfless or selfish, I should say.
Yeah.
It's a bigger picture now.
Right.
That's crazy, man, to think about. It's getting dangerous out here for rappers and artists, because you think about what happened with Mo3 the day after, or the next day. A famous dentist and rapper, he got shot and robbed. He's in the hospital. He hasn't passed away or anything, so hopefully he doesn't pass away. But he got shot at, and then Boozie's, I think Buzz got shot up today. In Oak Cliff. Yeah, or they had a partnership or a relationship for sure. Okay. But it was in Big T Bazaar in the Cliff. He got shot up. I don't think anybody got hurt or anything, but it's getting dangerous out here in Dallas.
It is, man.
It's crazy to think about, because you know we're known for everybody just chilling. You know,
man. It's these guns out of control. You know, I know.
I like that point that you brought up, because I feel like people, like you said, you know, we're here for our purpose. You know, the purpose that we have, the passion that we have,
absolutely,
and you know what we have to offer to the world. And for somebody like, you know, in their 20s get shot up and killed, you know, King Von, Mo3, you know, it's hard to see and hear stories about that, because like, bro, they had so much going on, man. The potential that they had, you know, they were ready to take off, and you know, to hear stuff like that, it's hard.
It very. Like I said, my heart goes out to their families. My prayers, my condolences.
Yeah.
No matter the circumstance, man. No matter what they may have did or who they was.
Yeah.
Nobody on this earth deserves to get killed. Nobody.
No. Yeah, that's true. That's crazy, man. So let's switch it up a little bit. So in this moment, you know, let me know any people that you want to shout out, any people that you want to, you know, let know. Where can they find the music, social media, everything like that?
Absolutely.
Before we wrap up.
Okay, but so before my shout out, I want to tell everybody where they can a little bit more about me.
Yeah.
On Facebook, if you're looking to add me as a friend, it's gonna be my stage name Consensus. That is CONSENSUS, and my last name Williams. So it's Consensus Williams on Facebook. If you have an Instagram, I could be found at Ghost. That's GHOST_MLP. MLP is my label name. You know, I am the head runner of it, and it just stands for Moonlight Productions. So yeah, you can find me on Instagram under the name Ghost_MLP. And if you would like to listen to Detriment, you can go on SoundCloud as of right now. Go on SoundCloud, type in CON_SEN_SUS, and you will see it on my SoundCloud along with some other songs that I've did. And just give me a little bit of time, maybe like in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna make sure Detriment gets on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, and
any streaming any streaming platforms you could get it at in a couple of weeks.
Yes, sir. And so that's how you'll find me. And like I said, be on the lookout for Solitude in
2021, baby.
2021 January, and I'm talking to a guy right now. We're talking about heading out to the Grammys coming up. So I look for good things to come about. So God is definitely working. And now I want to give a couple shout outs. So with that being said, the cover of Detriment was actually done by this artist. She's a singer. / rap artist. She's a little bit of everything. Marketing genius. Her name is K Flow. If you got an Instagram, just type in K Flow, K_Flow, FLOW. She did that artwork. It was amazing. I sent her the picture with me and my daughter, and she sent it back to me. I gave her the whole concept, and she really put love into it. So I love that cover. So I had to give her a shout out. And you can do business with her. And shout out to her clothing line, Proud Failure. Be sure to go and shop. Man, she has some nice sweatshirts, T-shirts, bottoms, and it's stuff for unisex, women and men. Also, I want to give a shout out to my good friends, but also music artist, Ike. That is IK and the number 3. Be on the lookout. He has a EP coming out called Rebirth.
Nice.
Also, I want to give a shout out to King Aris. Man, it's my childhood friend, but he's a dope artist, man. Check out his SoundCloud. Ike has a SoundCloud as well. Check out his SoundCloud. Just type in King Aris, and you can hear some of his latest singles. Amazing, and I believe he has an EP on the way. And I want to just give a shout out to my brothers, my family, my daughter, and yeah, man. And a shout out to everybody who's trying to fulfill a dream, be positive, and trying to make a difference in this world. And shout out to Joe Biden. I pray that some good things come from his presidency, and we could turn this thing around for the better. And
man.
Yes. I'm so sorry, man.
You good?
First, how could I forget, man? Shout out to God. Shout out to God. He should have been the first person. I want to give all the glory to God, man. God is so good, man. Even through this pandemic that we're in, he's been so good to us, man. He still gives us everything that we need, and man, nothing is possible without him. So if man, this year has taught you, man, you got to get closer to him, and you just got to do right by him. Nobody's perfect, but strive to be the best that you can be. So
that's dope, man, for sure. God is good. God is good. God is great.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, so that wraps it up, guys. Consensus was in the building. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, get notified whenever we drop new content, and stay safe out here. We out.